ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Got something different for you today, something I've had for a while, or rather been accumulating, which is this, the travel battle set from Perry Miniatures. Complete tabletop war game in a box. So I guess if you get 6 of these, you have 6 complete tabletop war games in a box. That's a little excessive, definitely not required. One of these does the trick just fine, but I like to max things out, so this is what I've done. Talked about this on a previous video, so I won't go into it at length. But each set comes with 2 boards, a number of troops you have to cut off the sprue. I did paint everything except for the troops, too small. And that's pretty much the extent of it. The box sets come with the blue for the supposedly French and red for the British or Anglo-Allied army, if you will. And at one point, I think I had only ordered one of these and wanted some extra dudes. So I noticed on the Perry site, you can order just loose sprues of things, such as houses, bases, and little soldiers. So I ordered another set, and the curious thing with that is they don't come colored, they come gray, which I guess is implied that you will paint them whatever color you need, blue or red. Considered doing that in May yet, but then I thought painting everything such that it is either blue or red is limiting more than anything, because A, you can represent the Prussians fairly easily with that color if you leave them as is, or B, which is what we have here, you can turn them into Confederates. So this is a representation of an ahistorical engagement involving the Union and the Confederates. Core rules that we will be using consist of battle cry, so nothing fancy or overly complicated here. That stuff's pretty easy and straightforward. I had considered and did mess around a bit with these rules. I don't know to what extent I've actually grafted them onto the battle cry stuff. I guess kind of as usual, we'll play it as it goes and chuck what doesn't work and keep what works. One particular thing you may notice is the dice, or die for each, what I call section, 6 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to represent which sections can activate. Obviously, there are any number of ways you can do this. As complicated and convoluted as you want it to be, but I wanted to keep this fairly rapid moving, so that's what we've got. And I think the way I'll do this is 1, 2, so 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the way we'll start is each side will draw 6 dice and roll them, and whatever. Think of these as your cards for commands and colors, or the battle cry. We'll roll 6 of these for either side, and I guess you don't need to draw them. Go from there and treat them as cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we also need our chits. Excuse me, Jesus. Because the chits allow for multiple sections to go simultaneously, so that would cover like both flanks moving up, etc. So we'll need 3, 4, 5, 6 red. Don't have gray chits, so that's what the red will represent, is the gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now also, you may or may not have noticed, we don't have anybody on the Section 6 or Section 1. So for now, those are kind of considered blanks or dead cards, however you want to look at that. So let's draw our hand for the Confederates, and we've rolled, there's a bust. We got one bust because there's a 1. And as we have nobody there, we won't be able to use that. And then we have another 1, so not good Confederates. Then we have a 3. Make that 2 3s, a 4, and a 5. For those of you that are in a hurry, with your knees snapping up and down, ready for action, well, this may not be the video for you, as I don't plan to move ahead or too rapidly. I'm going to take my time and just kind of enjoy. Then we'll roll our 6 dice for the Union. And they have, interestingly, 2 6s that they can't use, at least yet. 2 5s. Suppose I could put the dice on the section that represents. And a 3 and a 4, that's what they rolled. 3, our 2 and a 4. Alright, next thing's next. Next thing's next. We'll draw a chit. This is really, and there's a lot of possibilities, potential with these travel battle sets. I did take them home last time I went home, 6 of them. Let's just say 6 boards, and ran some squad leader stuff on it. Worked just fine. You have to do a little tiny modification for your diagonal move and range, but it worked just fine. Here's our first chit to see who goes when. This is going to be Confederates, so they will choose from one of their dice. So we can choose a 3, a 4, or a 5. So let's pull a 5, discard that, and don't forget to draw a new one. Alright, 5. What does that mean? That means, and we do have quite a long range here for infantry as opposed to Napoleonics. Up to 4 squares, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody in range at this point. Not even that. Well, I guess he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your first diagonal move is a 1, and then after that it costs 2 per diagonal move. So he does have that 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and resolve that. We will need this and this. There we go. And that's going to be, what is it going to be? How many dice do we roll here? Let's check that. So that's based on range, so 1, 2, that's going to be 1 die, I believe. 4 dice. Yep, 1 die. Let's see what we get. Firing, you know what? Could need this. Firing at Confederate infantry there, firing at the artillery. Looking for a 4, we got a 4. So now we need to know one figure with flag and 2 crew member figures with that. So that's going to be 3. He's going to drop to a 2. Suppose we could do it this way. He's now a 2. Boy, that looks huge on the board, but that's what we're going to use. All right, so he's done his thing, and then that leaves. This is 5. So move 1, 1, and 1. 1 here. And then 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. They're done. All right, next chit. He should draw another die. I knew I'd forget that. And he rolled a 2. Another option for the Confederates. Excuse me. So here we go. This would be, since the Confederates are going again, this would be similar to one of those cards that allows double flank move, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we would go. I don't know how we're going to get rid of these, burn these dice that we can't use. I just burn a turn, I guess. Let's pull up the other flank there, right here. Roll a new one. He gets a 4. Let's take care of that. Don't think anybody's in range over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely not. So we will all move. 1. The cavalry, I am not allowing to frontally attack infantry. We do have woods. Pull the treetops off, put him in there. Good to go. In the woods. Cavalry can move 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll put them here. And 1, 2, 3 here. They are done. So again, easy peasy. Maybe the Union will get a chance to go, maybe not. Nope, it's the Confederates again. Alright, so let's take this in a similar fashion to chess. Don't want to move somebody that's already moved this early in the game. Let's move somebody that hasn't. That's going to be 3 or 4. Let's do 3 right here. And we'll re-roll, discard, whatever you want to call it. There's another, the 2. So here's what he'll do. Where does that end and begin here? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3 here. 1 here. 1, 2, 3 here. Nobody can do anything. So there's our move. Maybe Union can go this time? No! Confederates again. Wow, that's 4 in a row. And then that leaves 4 that we haven't done yet, so we'll re-roll that. Turns into a 2. So this section here. 1, 2, 3. We do have them within range, but it's just going to be 1 die. We'll go ahead and move up, 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 and up. Maybe we'll fire with that artillery. Let's wait and see. 1, move him here. And we'll fire with these. Move him up. 1, 2, 3. So we're firing with these 2 and the artillery and attacking with the cavalry. Let's do artillery first at 1, 2, 3, 4 hex range. It's 2 dice. What do we get? We got a nothing and a hit. Cool. All right, so that drops him from, should be a 4 to a 3. 1 flag. Yep, so that'll drop from a 4 to a 3. Right there. And then we wanted to fire with these guys. 1, 2, 3 hex range is 2 dice. nothing. And then these guys, one hit as well. Here. And then cavalry versus cavalry. Here. And that's 3 dice. What do we get? Anything? We got 1 hit. That should turn him from a from a 3 to a 2. He will fire a counter charge with 2 dice. And he got 1 hit as well. Okay. Drops him from a 3 to a 2. That's how that works. What do you think? Union get to go yet? Ah, there's a Union right there. 2 6s we can't use. We got a 3. Four, and then 2 in the 5 section. Let's pull up this 3 and use that. I'll re-roll. It turns into a 5. Three right here. Moving up 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Charge here. And see how that goes. 3 dice on that charge. We get 1 hit. 2. And then 2 dice back with the flag. So he will have to, nope, he has a commander adjacent, so he can ignore that, but that's it. That's all that's happening there. Draw another chit. I also have lines of demarcation for the quote-unquote bottom and top of the board if this was an actual battle cry board. So anything below or past those lines are eliminated from play for sake of retreat, etc. Union again, go figure. Who would have thunk it? Let's burn one of these 5s here, which turns into a 3 for our next trick. So 5. This board here, that's 1 move. Moving up 1. Let's put him with him. 1 in the walled yard, and that is not it. We can move him up 1. This guy's gonna fire. 1, 2, 3 hex square range. It's 3 dice. What do we get? What do we get? We got 2 flags. And for each flag, you'll have to pull back. 1, 2, we can stop here. Oh, that's just how it goes. Okay. Draw another chit. Union again. Let's press on with the section 5, which turns into another 5. We'll go 1 here, 1, 1, 1, 1 into the house. Scoot up 1 here. And 1 here. All moves, so nothing left to do there. Union again. Very odd turn. 4 in a row for Confederates and now 4 in a row for the Union. Let's do section 3, which turns into section 1. So now the Union have 3 duds. Section 3, I'm going to say he can't see that, so he'll have to move 1. 1, 1, 1. We've got this going on still. Can he see that? Yeah, he's got that. He's going to fire 2 square range at the cavalry. That is 3 dice. Firing at the cavalry. We get 1 hit. So they turn into a 2. And then he can move and fire, right? What happens if you move and fire? Does that change anything? It doesn't say it. It does. So now we will roll 4 dice. And we got nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Cavalry will strike back with 2 dice. And they got 2 hits, so excuse me, it drops from a 4 to a 2. That didn't go so well. And I think that's it. Yes? Did we do this? Don't remember. Let's do it. Let's risk doing it again because I don't think I did it. So, Union here, 3 dice. Looking for, got 1 hit and a flag, so he'll drop to a 1 and pull back. And he does not battle back because of that. Draw new shit. Union again, so this is 5 consecutive turns for the Union. What do we want to do this time? You know what? I'm going to burn off one of my duds, re-roll it, and get a 3. So that sort of paid off. Draw another shit. Half my dice for duds. I kind of needed to do that. Union again. They ran the table. That's 6 consecutive Union turns. Let's see. 3, 4. Let's do 5 again. Rolls a 3, so that'll be over here. 5. Section 5, 1. Have I been moving you? I think I'm going to fire with everybody else. All right. 1, 2, 3. That'll be 2 dice. Let's do this first. Nothing there. Now here. 2 square range is 3 dice. We got 1 hit and a flag. Flag can be ignored. So there's 1 hit. He'll drop from 4 to a 3. This feller here, 3 dice at 1, 2, 3 hex range is 2. He gets 1 hit. And a flag, which can also be ignored. So he is also a 3. And then we'll fire at the artillery. 2 dice. Flag can be ignored, nothing else. And then 1, 2, 3 hex range is 1 die. No, it's not. 2 dice, firing at artillery. He got a flag, that can be ignored. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 square range. That's 1 die. Nothing. And artillery, firing at artillery. That is 1, 2, 3 square range. That is 3 dice. We got a flag, can be ignored. And then finally this guy here. Same deal. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3. That is 3 square range. Firing at artillery is 3 dice. Nothing there. Okay. 2 chits left. Union. And what do I want to do here? Let's move over here to this. This being section 2, re-roll the die as a... Oh, there's our third dud. There's another 2 1s and a 6. We'll worry about that in a second. So let's go over here. Cavalry charging, cavalry charging. Move up. Possibly fire. I'll check all this in a second. Everybody's moving up 1 though, essentially. And move up. Up and move up. Alright, let's do the cavalry first. 3 dice. We get 1 and a flag. He'll drop to a 2 and retreat. So no battle back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 hex range is the max. That is going to be 1 die. He got nothing. Same there. He got a hit, so there'll be a 3 here. And then this guy, also 1 die, gets a hit. So he drops to a 3. Next, 1 die, nothing, and the guys in the woods, nothing, and then the artillery. Who is he firing at? 1, 2, 3 square range. So 1, 2, 3 is 3 dice. What can he do with that? Anything? He can. That's 1 hit. Alright. Drops from a 4 to a 3. So I'm seeing all kinds of casualties on the Union. A few over here for the Confederates. Confederates again. This is the final chit. We have 3 duds and 3 nons. I'm not going to burn off a dud yet. I'm going to go for it and roll... I don't want to do 2. Let's do section 4. Reroll that. Which becomes another 4 again. So section 4 this time. It's going to be... Move him up. 1, 2, 3, that'll be cool. And everything else as is. Okay, let's check ranges. 1, 2, 3. 2 dice. Get a flag, which can be ignored. 1, 2, 3. 2 dice. We got 1 hit. Puts him from a 4 to a 3. Can I fit this stinking thing on there? Yes. Here, 1, 2, 3 hex range. Also 2 dice. We got 1 hit. He drops from a 3 to a 2. Artillery 1, 2, 3, 4 hex range is 2 dice. Flag, which makes him pull back 1. And then cavalry attacking artillery. 3 dice, we get 1 hit. So he'll drop from a 3 to a 2. I feel like the Confederates are doing pretty good. I don't know why that is the case, but and then cavalry versus cavalry, that's going to be let's say 3 dice. We got 1 hit, drops him to a 1. So he can battle back with a 1. Yes, he can. 1 die battling back. He gets a hit as well, drops into 1. So that would be our turn. Put the chits back in the cup. I have 6 sections. As such, I've put 6 chits for each side in a cup. We roll 6 dice for each side. Whichever number comes up is what that corresponds to. If you have, and this wouldn't usually be the case, but for some reason I decided to set up the either extreme flank empty. It is allowable for troops to move onto the extreme flanks, they just haven't. But until they do, those are kind of like duds as far as you're doing anything. To get rid of your duds, you'll just have to take a pass, which is what the Union did. Confederates will have to consider doing that at some point, as half of our command dice are now duds. There's your turn. Very simple. Extremely simple. I didn't even work in any terrain factors, I don't think. I pretty much allowed dudes to move and fire with no repercussion as well. But I just wanted to, again, more kind of showcase the Perry Miniatures Travel Battle set, how it looks in action, so more of a how it looks type video than anything. But again, the possibilities are pretty high with what you can do here. Why would you want this? Again, I have this tiny thing on a big table with shelves of troops. You know, sometimes it's fun to just switch it up. And I feel rumbling in the back of my head, getting close to dragging these guys out again and pulling out the Callistra terrain. I've got some, a lot of those recent mechanics I've developed and come up with, and I want to see it in action with the epic Waterloo stuff. So, thoughts, comments, questions, as usual, leave those below the video. I will interact with you as always, and thanks for watching. You guys take care.